Hi there guys, my name is Zine and I am an illustrator and a freelance artist, and welcome to my art vlog, I guess. I've honestly been wanting to start my YouTube channel probably way before I got into college, but I don't know, I never did. I really actually never tried, and finally up until now I decided to do it. And I'm very excited to share with you all of my process, all of my creative process. Basically, this first art vlog is just me sketching a little bit and also creating my very first zine, which is a very small comic that I wrote as a gift. And it was a lot of fun to do, so I decided to record the whole process that happened at the beginning of February. Was it at the beginning of the... I think it was very close. Well, I guess it was mid-February then, very close to Valentine's Day. 3 days before, I just had the magnificent idea of writing a zine, despite the fact that I had other projects to do. But I was like, yes, I'm gonna do it, because if I don't do it right now, I'm never gonna do it. Writing a zine is one of the things that I also wanted to do for a very long time. And yeah, so I just decided to do it. I did it like in around 3 days, so I'm very proud of that. I don't know if that's a lot of it or if it's not a lot of time, but for me, I was surprised because I thought that I wouldn't finish it on time, but I did it. I have many more ideas that I want to share with you and many more artistic or artsy moments that I want to record, and hopefully you like my vlogs and you stay along for the ride. So let's begin. Yep, so I'm ready to talk to you about the zine. It's finally time. Right now you're seeing the whole process that I went through basically on my iPad, which is where I drew the whole zine. I drew it first just black and white, and then I edited the last version, like the final version, into a blue one. But that I did in Photoshop because it's way easier to do that there than in Procreate, or at least I don't know a way to do it in Procreate that's fast. Yeah, and I wanted to show you just the making of or the process of some of my favorite pages and my favorite panels, and I hope that you like them. I think that this particular part was one of the most difficult ones, mostly because I had to draw in a lot of small figurines and the plates and the perspective. I'm not really used to doing backgrounds or perspective. I generally just do cute characters and just a color background, and I don't worry too much about what's behind them. But yeah, I've recently wanted to start drawing a little bit more backgrounds and a bit more, elements on the zine. I had a lot of fun doing this because it was something new for me. I was not ready for it. I only had 3 days to do it, but I managed to do it. I think this is probably one of my favorite panels. The pages, by the way, are not in order, so maybe the actual story right now as you're seeing it makes no sense at all, but that's just because I did a small layout of how I wanted my pages to be printed once I was going to print the final one on the paper sheets. They had to be placed in a different order than the one that you would think of, the normal one. It was a lot of fun. I already said that, but I'm just very, very proud of the whole process and the time that it took me, because I thought that I was not going to be able to do it in 3 days, but I was able to do that. It wasn't really 3 full days, it was just 1 full day from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep, and then the other 2 days were just small bits of time that I had between projects and between things that I had to do that I actually drew that. By the way, I'm so sorry for the noise right now. It's kind of in the morning, so you can hear all of the birds outside and they're very noisy. I think that was my mom. I don't know. Anyway, hopefully you won't be able to hear all of the noise that I'm listening to right now. This is probably another, the panels that are on the left. I also loved the way I arranged them. Both that and the previous one, the panels on the right, I think that are both my favorite ones. They are not as complicated as compared to the ones where I had to draw perspective and background and a lot of little elements and objects, but I don't know, I just like the way that it was just simple and clean and straight to the point, so I really like that. So basically the story is inspired in a scene from one of my favorite Ghibli movies, which is Ponyo. There's a scene where you see, I think it's, I can't remember the name of the boy, but he is kind of communicating with his father, who is on the ship, far away in the ocean, and he's sort of communicating through Morse code with light. And I really like that scene. I thought it was very endearing. And so because Valentine's was coming, and this, by the way, is a gift for my boyfriend. It's both for me and for my boyfriend, because I did it since I wanted to do a scene in a comic. I just took the chance, and yeah, I thought that this little story fit really well, because we don't really live together, so we see each other whenever we can. So I thought it was like a nice parallel. My idea is that he is like a marine biologist assistant who has to go into the sea for adventures, and she's sort of like, I don't know what she is yet. I am not very sure, but she's sort of she works inland, and so he has to go away and she has to stay, and sometimes they're apart, but then at night there's always this moment where she goes up into the lighthouse because she knows it's on. They both know that they will be there at that time, looking at each other even though they're apart. Oh, so cute. Anyway, that was basically the idea of the story. So I will be showing you the way I assembled everything so that you can have an idea more or less of what I was talking about when I said the layout and everything. So I want to show you the final look of the zine, but I also wanted to show you a little bit of the process that I went through in order to assemble the final piece. And so basically the very first thing that I did was grab my what I call my creative dump notebook, which is where I scribble down or doodle down all of the ideas that I have, and I don't have to worry about them looking very pretty, as you can see over here. And the first thing that I did was basically just do a layout. I drew a layout to have an idea of what drawings would be on which side of the paper, just to make sense of it all. And then after doing this layout, I went ahead and created a very quick mock-up, basically a physical mock-up, so that I could actually come back if I was confused as to, you know, which number of drawing I was supposed to put next to which other number of drawing. And I wasn't originally going to sketch the whole mock-up, but in the end I ended up sketching the way I imagined the comic to look at the very end, and this helped me a lot. I definitely prefer to do this over sketching digitally and then drawing the final piece digitally. I don't know why, I find it more organic in a way. And as you can see, they're not necessarily the prettiest of drawings. Yeah, so that's the mock-up. And then finally you can see the finished version, which I have two of them, the black and white version and the blue version. I do like the blue version just a little bit more because, I don't know, I guess I just relate blue to the sea, and I felt that it had a lot more to, it made more sense to use this color.
Time is moving fast, but I can't go. You keep trying to heal, but it don't show. No one really knows how to carry on. Carry on. No, no, no. Everybody thinks, but they don't know. Butterflies that go turning so cold. Rainy days are when I need you most.
Hi again. I forgot to record an outro video, so this is me doing the outro. That was pretty much it for this month's vlog. I think that the zine and the sketchbooking session were the highlights of the month, and I had a lot of fun doing both of them. I definitely hope that I can get to do much more art stuff for you guys. In case that you're interested in reading the comic or, you know, looking at the little doodles that I did for the drawing session, you can definitely find it on my Instagram. So yeah, I hope to see you on my next vlog.